हरे कृष्ण शरद प्रभु जी, अर्चना माता जी, ऑल डिवोटीज, दंडवत
हरे
प्रणाम।
कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा रक्षा माता जी।
यस,
हरे
हरि
कृष्णा।
बोल।
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा।
हरे
कृष्णा।
कृष्ण।
रक्षा माता जी, रक्षा माता जी, शरद प्रभु
दंडवत
जी,
प्रणाम।
दंडवत
हरे कृष्णा
प्रणाम।
राजकुमारी माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा।
प्रभुजी, हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा समता माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा।
अर्चना माता जी, both the songs are so wonderful, really.
थैंक यू माता
True.
जी। थैंक यू सो मच। Actually, I'm just singing the songs. Just actually, I'm just singing these songs by Lochandas Thakur, one of the my favorite. Uh,
Even my favorite, Mata ji. Even
Lochandas Thakur is so
Narottam Das Thakur is too much favorite.
yes,
So wonderful song. Bhakti
and
Vinod
Bhakti
Thakur. All
Thakur.
are so good. मतलब हमारा पूरा जिंदगी निकल जाएगा ये सब करते करते, अच्छा रहेगा।
हाँ,
कीर्तन ही इतने अच्छे हैं कि हम करते जाएंगे तो भी कम है। इतने
correct.
नए नए हैं। रियली वी आर सो वी आर ब्लेस्ड।
Yes, we are blessed. Really, we are blessed. Join this movement. All Srila Prabhupada's mercy.
यस माता जी।
I'm. I hope you all can see the screen. Can see the screen, right?
यस यस यस।
यस 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 माता जी।
यस माता जी,
शरद
यस।
शरद प्रभु जी, आपके पीछे जो राधा श्याम सुंदर जी है, वो डीटी है कि फोटो है?
फोटो फोटो है।
बहुत बढ़िया है। मायापुर से, मायापुर का है माता जी, प्रभु जी?
नहीं, ये नासिक के है।
अच्छा अच्छा, सो ब्यूटीफुल।
So we can start now.
यस यस।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरावनचारी, यमुना तीरावनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय राधा माधव, जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। Last week was Lord Nityananda's appearance day, so I would like to sing a couple of songs about Lord Nityananda by Srila Lochan Das Thakur. जय निताय गौर नाम आनंदेर धाम, जय जननाहि लाय, जय निताय गौर नाम आनंदेर धाम, जय जननाहि लाय, तारे जमराय धरे लए যায়, যারে যমরায় ধরে লয়ে যায়, নরকে ডুবায় তাই, জয় নিতাই গৌর নাম আনন্দের ধাম, জয় জননাহি লায়, তুলসীর হার না পারে যে ছাড়, তুলসীর হার না পারে যে ছাড়, জমালয়ে वासतारा तिलक धारण ना करे जे जना तिलक धारण ना करे जे जना व्यथाय जन्म तार जयनिताय गोना आनंदेर धाम जे जनना मिला न लय हरि नाम विधि तारे वाम न लय हरि नाम विधि तारे वाम पामर पाषांड माती वैष्णव सेवन ना करे जे जन वैष्णव सेवन ना करे जे जन किहा बेतार गती जयनिताय गौनाम आनंदेर धाम जे जनना मिला गुरु मंत्र सार करो एई बार गुरु मंत्र सार करो एई बार ब्रजेते होइबे वास तमो गुण जाबे सत्व गुण पाबे तमो गुण जाबे सत्व गुण पाबे হইবে কৃষ্ণের দাস জয়নিতায় গৌরনাম আনন্দের ধাম যে জননা এ দাস লোচন বলে অনুক্ষণ এ দাস লোচন বলে অনুক্ষণ তাই গোর গুণ গাও সুখে এই রসে যারা রতি না হইল এই রসে যারা রতি না হইল চুনকালি তারা মুখে জয়নিতায় গোনা আনন্দের ধাম যে জননা Samta Mataji, can you read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances. The holy names of Nitaya and Gaura are the abode of all jubilation. Those who never utter these names are taken by Yama Maharaj and immersed in the hellish planets. Those who never wear tulsi neck beads, they take their permanent residence in the abode of Yama Maharaja. And those who never adorn their foreheads with tilaka live their lives in vain. Those who never chant Harinama have an unfavorable destiny. They are fallen and their stone-like hearts are filled with deceit. And what will be the destination of those who never serve the Vaishnavas? Now, the time has come to receive Diksha from Sri Guru. If one chants these mantras carefully, one will come to live in Vraja forever. The mode of ignorance will go, goodness will come in the heart, and one will become the eternal servant of Krishna. This Lochana Dasa instructs everyone to always chant Gaura Nitai's holy names. Those who have no affection for Gaura Rasa will be publicly defamed. Their faces will be covered with lime and black tongue. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. So we will sing another song also by Lochan Das Thakur. নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন নিতাই মোর জাতি নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন নিতাই মোর জাতি নিতাই বিহনে মোরা আরো নাহি গতি নিতাই বিহনে মোরা আরো নাহি গতি নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। সংসার সুখেরা মুখে তুলে দিয়া চায়, সংসার সুখেরা মুখে তুলে দিয়া চায়। নগরে মাগিয়া খাবো গাইয়া নিতাই, নগরে মাগিয়া খাবো গাইয়া নিতাই। নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। যে দেশে নিতাই নাই, সে দেশে না যাব, যে দেশে নিতাই নাই, সে দেশে না যাব। নিতাই বিমুখ জনার মুখ না হেরিব, নিতাই বিমুখ জনার মুখ না হেরিব। নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। গঙ্গা যারা পদা জলা হর শিরে ধরে, গঙ্গা যারা পদা জলা হর শিরে ধরে। হেন নিতাই না ভজিয়া দুঃখ পে মোরে, হেন নিতাই না ভজিয়া দুঃখ পায় মোরে। নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। লোচন बोले मोरा निताय, जेबा नाही माने। लोचन बोले मोरा निताय, जेबा नाही माने। आनले भेजाए तारा माझा मुख खाने, आनले भेजाए तारा माझा मुख खाने। निताय मोर जीवन धन, निताय मोर जाती। निताय मोर जीवन धन, निताय मोर जाती। निताई बिहाने मोरा आरो नाही गति, निताई बिहाने मोरा आरो नाही गति। निताय मोर जीवन धन, निताय मोर जाति। हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
Translation. Lord
I can
Nitai
read.
is okay. Lord Nitai is the treasure of my life. Nitai is my family. In my life, I have no goal but Nitai. To my heart, the best of material pleasures is worthless, like a pile of ashes. I will beg alms in the town. That is how I will eat. I will sing the name of Lord Nitai. I will not go to any country where Lord Nitai does not stay. I will not look at the face of a person who is averse to Lord Nitai. I feel sad when I see people do not worship Nitai, whose feet are washed by the Ganges water that Lord Shiva holds on his head. Thus, Lochana Das says that those who do not worship my Lord Nityananda by chanting his name and thus refuse to accept him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, such demonic people will face the great pain of fire, which will be constantly burning their useless and sinful mouths, ears, and face. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Now, we will be doing the Gita verses. So, just share the screen.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you'd like to do? I can do the translation for the verses. Raksha Mataji.
Okay. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय हो, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हो. Verses from 21 to 30. Sanjay Arjun Uvacha तेनोयोरुभयो मध्ये रथं स्थापयमेच्युत यावदेवता निरीक्षहम् योद्धुकामानवस्थितान् धर्मया सह योद्वयम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे.
Translation. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms.
योत्समानान् वेक्षेऽहं य एतेन समागता न य एतेऽत्र समागताः धातराष्ट्र दुर्बुद्धे युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः.
Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra.
संजय उवाच एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो गुडाकेशेन भारत सेनोयोरुभयो मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्.
Sanjaya said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties.
भीष्मद्रोण प्रमुरक्त सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् उवाच पार्थ पश्येतान् समवेता कुरुनिति.
In the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all the other chieftains of the world, the Lord said, Just behold, Partha, all the Kurus assembled here.
वेपथुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षे सजायते ताण्डीवं सत्रसते हस्तात्वकचेत् परिदह्यते.
Just 1 second, Mataji.
श्लोका 29 माताजी.
29, 26, no,
Yes,
Mataji?
29 माताजी. Oh, sorry Mataji, sorry.
Yeah, you skipped the
Sorry.
26.
I turned the page, so sorry for that. श्लोका 26. तत्र पश्यन्ति तान्यर्थ पितॄनथ पितामहान् आचार्य मातुला भ्रातृपुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखीस्तथा श्वशुरासुहृदयश्चैव सेनयोरुभयोरपि.
There Arjuna could see, within the midst of the armies of both parties, his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-laws and well-wishers.
तान् समीक्ष्य च स कौन्तेय सर्वा बन्धून् व्यवस्थितान् कृपया पर्याविष्टो विषितनिदमब्रवीत्.
When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus.
अर्जुन उवाच दृष्टव्यं स्वजनं कृष्णं युयुत्सं समुपस्थितं सिदन्ति मम गात्राणि मुखं च परितुष्यति.
Arjuna said, My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body queering and my mouth drying up.
वेपुयुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते काण्डिवं सस्तें हस्तात्वकचवे परिदह्यते.
My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow Gandiva is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning.
न च शक्रोमयुवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव.
I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself, and my mind is reeling. I see only causes of misfortune. O Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
की जय हो. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. If I did any mistake, kindly forgive me. Hari
Thank you,
bol.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you so much. Mataji, before we start the Srimad Bhagavatam today, the first canto, Samta Mataji, can you also share the Srimad Bhagavatam first three verses just like you shared here? Is it
Yes,
possible?
Mataji. Yeah, I'll do.
Then Raksha Mataji would chant the first three verses.
Yes, Mataji, just sharing.
श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो. श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हो. Mataji, may I start?
Yes, Mataji, please.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जन्मान्दस्य यतोऽन्वयातिरतचार्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारी मृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषाम् धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मप्रोजिककैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सरणां सताम् वैद्यं वास्तमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परिरीश्वरः सत्यो हृदये अवृत्योते यत्र क्रतुभिः सुषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरो गलितमफलं शुकमुखामृतद्रव्यसंयुक्तं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुका. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो. थैंक यू माता जी.
Thank you so much. So we will start with the Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Samta Mataji, can I share the screen? Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. First, there's a disclaimer that I'm really not at all qualified to even touch this subject matter. But because of the mercy of all Vaishnavas assembled here, I would like to speak a few words. Maybe it will help me more than it will help anyone else. So, on that note, I would like to start off with the introduction to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Today, we are going to discuss the first canto, the introduction part, and the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The first two cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam are described as the two lotus feet of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada said how we should take darshan of a deity. So if we consider Srimad Bhagavatam as non-different from Krishna, then we are taking the darshan of this deity of Krishna in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, starting from the lotus feet. That is how we are instructed to take darshan from the lotus feet of the Lord upwards towards his lotus face. So, similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam also, we will be looking at only a synopsis, only a short overview of all the cantos up to the ninth canto. But even then, we will start with the lotus feet of this wonderful Grantha as we can call it, the avatar of Lord Krishna in the form of this Grantha, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is called a Mahapuran. Srimad Bhagavatam discusses the absolute truth. Now, what is absolute truth? Absolute truth is actually one without a second. That means absolute truth, although it comes in different features, like we know it comes in the form of Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Although it comes in these features, it is one. It is one without a second. And this Srimad Bhagavatam is designating that absolute truth which is one without a second, or the summum bonum, or the final, as the Param Satyam. Srimad Bhagavatam is designating this absolute truth as Param Satyam. Now, we heard from the first shloka, which was chanted just now, Satyam Param Dhimahi, by Srila Vyasadeva. So Srila Vyasadeva is starting off this Srimad Bhagavatam by first offering his respectful obeisances to unto the Satyam Param Dhimai, unto the absolute truth. And because why he is offering this? Because the Param Satyam He is the ultimate source of all the energies. So all the energies are coming out from this Param Satyam. And this Param Satyam is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the science of Krishna. And who is Krishna? He is the absolute personality of Godhead. And in the Bhagavad Gita, we have some preliminary knowledge about Krishna. Krishna has expressed himself in the Srimad Bhagavatam by showing us his universal form, his different opulences, and we can have a glimpse of him from the Bhagavad Gita. But Srimad Bhagavatam is the entire science of this absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So this is what we are going to study. Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of knowledge. When Srila Vyasadeva completed all the Puranas and he was not satisfied, then his spiritual master Narad Muni encouraged him to write Srimad Bhagavatam, to compile this book, this great Grantha, which is coming as a form of Krishna himself, is coming in the form of this scripture, this Mahapuran, this Grantha as it is called, as you can call it. So we will now begin with the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So when we want to approach this first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we can easily understand it if we can see it in a form where, I mean, we are now only talking about trying to understand the subject matter, and we are going to divide this canto into three portions. So there are stark three portions, and these three portions, if we try to understand, then it will become very easy for us to remember. Because sometimes you say, oh, I read the Bhagavatam and then everything went off from my memory. I don't have anything in my memory now. So that should not happen to devotees. So what we should do is we should approach this Srimad Bhagavatam, of course, for Rasa Tattva, but before that, we should also try to understand and how to remember this. So if we remember some portions of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be easily made available to us, then then after that we can build upon that and try to remember the shlokas, try to remember the different types of in, in, uh, in different types of dialogues which was happening in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and all the other pastimes of the Lord. Everything we can remember if we have this kind of a overview or a skeleton in our mind. So for keeping that in mind, we can say we can easily divide this first canto into three portions. That is, first portion is that the Shaunakadi Rishis are asking 6 questions to Sutta Goswami, and Sutta Goswami is answering these 6 questions. That becomes the first portion. Then the second portion is how Srimad Bhagavatam arrived. How did it come? How did it come about? So, how did Vyasadeva ever write this magnum opus, this beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam? How did he write it? Then, how did it come? Then, the third portion will be a little bit of history of all the different characters which will appear and in the Mahabharat, and why? Because Maharaj Parikshit, one of the characters in the Mahabharat, is going to meet Shukadev Goswami, and how he met him, and how then the Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken to Maharaj Parikshit. And then it was made available to all of us. So, like this, we are going to now approach this canto by understanding it in these three portions. So, when we talk about the first portion, we will talk about chapters 1 to 3. What happens in chapters 1 to 3? let us talk about who is Sutta Goswami, and then who are these Shaunakadi rishis, and why did they ever ask 6 questions to Sutta Goswami, which formed the foundation and the basis of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, there were around 60,000 sages. They, they thought that they will start um a great Mahayajna in the forest of Naimisha. That is Naimisharanya. Aranya means forest. So in the forest of Naimisharanya, they thought that they would um, perform a 1,000-year yajna. So they decided this, and they were headed by a Rishi Shaunaka Rishi. Why did they want to do this? Because they wanted to help people in this Kali Yuga, because these people, they were concerned about these people, what is going to happen to these people. Look at this Kali Yuga, how it is growing, and how it is people are suffering. So they are Kali Yuga had already approached. So people were already started. So they were even before the Kali Yuga actually manifested. Now you don't even say, but in those though in that time, the Kali Yuga had not yet manifested, it had approached only. So when it had approached only, they were so scared. They were so scared. Oh my God, Kali Yuga is coming. Kali Yuga is coming. It is going to come, and it is going to finish off all this, uh, the people's uh, um, memory, the people's age is going to deteriorate everything. So what is going to happen? So let us perform a 1,000-year yajna in Naimisharanya to counteract this Kali Yuga. So they thought like that, and they started to do this yajna for the benefit of all the people in general. But what happened? They were getting overwhelmed by the ashes and by the smoke which was coming out from this yajna, but they couldn't find that it was making much of a difference. And then they saw somebody passing by, and this personality was Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami had just heard the Srimad Bhagavatam, which was spoken by Shukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. And when he was passing by Shaunakadi rishis, Shaunaka Rishi and Adi means and his 60,000 sages, they all stopped him and said, Sutta Goswami, you have heard the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the Samambhunam, which is the final everything of all the entire literatures as well as the knowledge, the absolute truth. So can you also address us? Can you also share this knowledge with us? And in this way, Sutta Goswami was made the speaker, and they all sat down. They all forgot about the yajna, and they started doing this Shravana yajna. They started hearing from Sutta Goswami. So they asked these 6 questions. Okay, what was the 6 questions? You can see it on the screen. The first question was, what is the ultimate good for humanity? And then they asked, what is the essence of all scriptures? So the answers for the first 2 questions was bhakti or devotional service. So bhakti or devotional service is the ultimate good for all humanity, and devotional service, bhakti, is the essence of all scriptures. So how wonderful it is. So then this is happening in the first 3 verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is happening in the first 3 chapters of the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is happening in the first 3 chapters of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then comes the third question, where the Shaunakadi rishis are asking, what is the purpose of Lord Krishna's appearance? Why did Lord Krishna appear from Golok Vrindavan to this material world? Why did he come here? So then the answer which Sutta Goswami is giving to them is to attract pure souls. To attract pure souls. So already there are pure devotees, and Krishna came here so that he can attract them back to Godhead. Now, if they are not pure, also Krishna is attracting them, then they become pure, and then they go back to Godhead. So the next 2 questions were incarnations of Krishna. So then, how does Krishna come In what kinds of incarnations? So then the answer he gave was about Purushavatars and Leela-avatars. So what are the Purushavatars? The three Purushavatars, that is the Karanodakshai Vishnu, lying in the Karana ocean, and he the causal ocean, and then he is from his breathing, from his pores come out all the universes. So material creation begins there. Then after that comes Garbhodakashai Vishnu. Each and every universe is now the expansion of Karanodakshai Vishnu, enters into each and every universe and lies down in the Garbhodaka ocean, in the ocean created by his own perspiration. So now Garbhodakashai Vishnu is lying down in every universe. Then from his Nabi Kamal is coming from the lotus coming from his uh, navel comes Lord Brahma. And then this Lord Brahma does the secondary creation of this universe. So that happens. Then the third Purushavatar is Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So within this universe, which is created, it's one universe, then there is also another Shvetadvip where Kshirodakshai Vishnu, where Garbhodakshai Vishnu expands into Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and Kshirodakshai Vishnu lies down in the Kshira ocean, in the ocean of milk, which is also in this universe. Then from that Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and all these living entities which are created in this universe, then Kshirodakshai Vishnu expands as Paramatma and goes and lives in each and every living entity as well as in each and every atom. This is the all pervading nature of the Supreme Lord. So that's how he described the Purusha avatars. Then he described the Leela avatars. This is Sutta Goswami talking to the Shaunakadi rishis. So he described the Leela avatars. Leela avatars are described so many Leelas performed by the Lord. So he described one after the other Leelas. So the Dashavatar, we know the Leelas in the Dashavatars, that is Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, then Narsimha Avatar, then Vamana Avatar. Like this, all these Leelas were described by Sutta Goswami. Then the sixth question was, when Krishna left for his abode from this material world, he went back. Then where did the religion go for shelter? Where did religion go for shelter? Then the answer he gave was Srimad Bhagavatam. So Krishna left, but he left behind his Granthavatar. He left behind Srimad Bhagavatam. So religion can take shelter, devotees can take shelter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this was the first three chapters. Then the fourth chapter of first canto. Here, Vyasadeva, he saw Kali Yuga is approaching, and he saw what are the calamities the people are going to suffer now in Kali Yuga. The memory is going to go down, the lifespan is going to go shorter and shorter, their physical nature also is going to grow smaller and smaller. They are going to suffer so much, so badly, because they are not going to follow any principles, and they are going to suffer the reactions of their karma. And so Vyasadeva was so worried what is going to happen. So he was very uh, upset, and he didn't know what to do. Then he compiled the Vedas, he wrote the Puranas, he wrote the Upanishads, and he wrote the Mahabharata. Then, even though writing all these things, he still remained unsatisfied. He was thinking, what is it that something is missing? Something is missing. Then when he was just thinking like this, contemplating, Narad Muni, his guru, he came, and in the next two chapters, chapter 5 and chapter 6, Narad Muni explained to him what is the cause, what is the cause of his dissatisfaction. He said that you have So, my dear devotees, he had written the Srimad Bhagavatam at this time. Don't think that the Srimad Bhagavatam is not part of the 18 Puranas. It is. But Srimad Bhagavatam was very, very short and concise. So, there was nothing much written about Krishna in that Srimad Bhagavatam, which was written amongst these 18 Puranas. So, later, when Narad Muni said, "You have not glorified the Lord enough, you have not glorified Krishna enough." At first, Vyasadeva said, "No, but I have written everything. I have written so many Puranas. I have written the Mahabharata. I have written his all his activities, and also I have written Srimad Bhagavatam also." But Narad Muni said, "But you have not amplified, you have not exclusively glorified Krishna. You have glorified Krishna, but it's one of those. It's in one of those Puranas, but it is not exclusively glorified." Then he told Vyasadeva that you must compile Srimad Bhagavatam by quoting the life of all the devotees of Krishna, not only Krishna, devotees of Krishna, the glories of bhakti. How much glorious is Bhakti Maharani? You have to glorify Bhakti Maharani. You have to glorify this path, this process which we all are following now. So you have to glorify this bhakti process so that people will come towards Krishna using this bhakti process. And you have to you have to quote all the past lives of all the devotees of Bhakti Vedantis, and all about Krishna. You have to glorify Krishna more. You have to express yourself more, and in this way, Narad Muni gives him the blessings to start writing the Srimad Bhagavatam, start compiling the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then the first thing Vyasadeva does is he meditates. So, this meditation of Vyasadeva is the beginning. It is where this entire thing is revealed to him by the mercy of Guru and the mercy of Krishna. He gets the darshan of Krishna in his meditation. And he also sees Maya. So he sees Krishna and the Maya at the back of Krishna. So he understands that Srimad Bhagavatam is only the cure for Maya. Maya can be cured only by Srimad Bhagavatam. And then he writes the Srimad Bhagavatam and he compiles this text, which is going to be called as Mahapuran later. We will discuss later on the second canto about how the different, there are 10 topics of in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and when these 10 topics are covered in any Purana, that Purana becomes the Mahapurana. So, how Srimad Bhagavatam became the Mahapurana? It is mentioned in the second canto. But I will just read out the shloka to you. अत्र सर्गो विसर्गश्च स्थानं पोषणमूतयः मन्वन्तरेशानुकथा निरोधो मुक्तिराश्रया. So in this is the 10th verse from the second canto, 10th chapter, first verse of the second canto, verse, the 10th chapter of the second canto, 2.10.1. So in this atra sarga visarga, we are talking about 10 topics. We will also discuss this in the second canto next week, but I will just in short tell you. Atra sarga visarga sthanam poshanam utaya uti manavantara ishanukatha nirodha mukti ashraya. So these are the 10 topics. So if all these 10 topics are covered in one Purana, that Purana becomes Mahapurana. So, in short, what is this? Sarga, Sarga means creation, primary creation done by Krishna, Mahavishnu. Second is Visarga. Visarga is secondary creation done by Lord Brahma. Third is Prasarga, Visargascha, Sthanam. Sthanam means what is the sthan for this creation? What is the place for this creation to stand on? That is the planetary system. Then uh, sthanam, poshanam. Poshanam means protection. How the devotees are protected by the Lord. So once creation happens, then you give them the place, then you give them portion, then you give them uh, protection. Then Poshanam, Uti. Uti means Utayaha. Uti means the creative impetus. The creative impetus which creates, which gives rise to the entire universe, because everyone is going to create, and everyone is going to uh, populate the universe. So in this way, then the fourth one is Manvantara. So all the different Manus come into play. Then how these Manus, there are how many Manus in one day of Brahma? One day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. So we can see how many Manus come in every day of Brahma. Then again there is creation the next day. Then again 14 Manus come one after the other. So in this way, there's a huge number of uh, years and huge number of manus coming in one creation. So that is manvantar. So we have a lot of stories. Each manu will have his stories, and we will be in the Shrimad Bhagavatam. This will be described, the different manus coming, what is happening in that manvantara, which is the uh, incarnation of the Lord which will appear in that Manvantara, which will glorify that Manvantara. And in this way, we will be seeing so many things during our Srimad Bhagavatam overview. Then after that will be Ishanu Katha. Ishanu Katha is how the Lord appears and what are his pastimes. So when Rama Avatar, Krishna Avatar, Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, all these avatars are coming. And when the avatars are coming, what are they performing? What are the pastimes they perform? And this will be in the Ishanu Katha. And then there is Nirodha. Nirodha means actually it is the science of Nirodha. Yeah, Nirodha is science of God. And then you have Mukti. Mukti means liberation. So there's liberation, and then Mukti, Ashraya. Ashraya means the final shelter. Samam Bonam, final shelter, that is Krishna. So normally people attribute uh, topics of the cantos to this particular these 10 topics. So we will be discussing that more in the next canto. So I will stop for this particular uh, at this particular point, and we will then uh, discuss about the next in after 5 minutes. So we'll take a 5 minutes break, and then we'll continue. Is it okay, Sharad Prabhu?
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
The attendance is very low today.
Yes, I don't know. I think everybody is busy today. Don't know, for maybe with their own things.
प्रभु जी एक सजेशन है। अब
Yes, yes.
हमारा जो भक्ति शास्त्री ग्रुप है उसमें आप एक मैसेज डालिए ना कि सब लोग हम लोग 22-25 है शायद ग्रुप में। तो सब अगर कोशिश करे तो सब थोड़ी अच्छी हो जाए संख्या। सबको करना चाहिए ना ये
Yes,
अटेंड।
yes, yes.
आप एक प्लीज प्रभु जी एक मैसेज डालिए ना अच्छे से कि आप सब लोग ग्रुप में तो है मगर फिर क्लास में नहीं आते हैं। तो प्लीज आप आइए ऐसे करके कुछ डालिए मैं प्रभु जी।
Okay, okay.
Hare Krishna. So we can start. I hope you all can see the screen.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
So now, Srimad Bhagavatam, he has compiled already, Sri Vyasadev, and then he thought that his son Shukadev Goswami is the only right candidate to be taught the Srimad Bhagavatam to. So what he did, he knew that his son was so exalted, but he was born liberated. So when his son was born, as we know, he was born when he was 16 years old. He was still in his mother's womb, and when he did not want to come out because he thought that Maya will attack him. And then when Srila Vyasadev, when he said, "No, I know nothing will happen to you, please come out." But he said, "I want the assurance from the Lord Himself." So Srila Vyasadeva at that time, Krishna was still residing in Dwaraka. So Srila Vyasadeva went to Dwaraka and brought Krishna, and then Krishna assured the baby within the womb, that is Shukadev Goswami, that you will not be attacked by Maya. And only after this assurance, Shukadev Goswami was 16-year-old, came out of the mother's womb, and immediately started walking towards the forest without any without any samskaras, without even wearing any clothes. He just walked into the forest. So that was his level of liberation. So that was his stand. So then Vyasadev, he wanted to teach him Srimad Bhagavatam because he was already ripened at that level of knowledge. So he thought that he was the right candidate, and he wanted to teach this Bhagavatam to his son. But Shukadev Goswami did not even hear to his father's words, and he entered the forest. And therefore, Srila Vyasadev then taught some particular verses to his four disciples, and he told them to go and keep on chanting these shlokas from the Srimad Bhagavatam in the forests. And if he knew that if Shukadev Goswami was so pure that if he just once hears these verses, he will be attracted and he will come back and learn the Srimad Bhagavatam. And the same thing happened. And when Srila Shukadev Goswami heard the two verses, Aho Bakiyam Sanakalakutam and Barha Pidam Natavaravapu Karnayo Karnikaram. After he heard these two verses, the first was describing the mercy of the Lord, and the second was describing the beauty of the Lord. So when he heard this immense mercy and intense beauty, he thought that he should uh, offer himself, he should surrender himself to this personality. Who is this personality? I want to know. And there he came running back to his father to learn the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this way, Shukadev Goswami learned the Srimad Bhagavatam, and then we know what happened, how he met with Parikshit Maharaj, which will come later. Now, who is Parikshit Maharaj? So now the second part of chapter 7 is going to describe about who is Parikshit Maharaj. So, coming to that, the foundation is parts of Mahabharat. How after the war of Mahabharat took place, then Ashwathama he beheaded the sons of the Pandavas. He thought that they were Pandavas, but when he came to know that they were not the Pandavas, then he was still not at all remorseful. He was thinking that he wants to destroy this Pandava, the entire dynasty. So he when he did this heinous act of beheading the children when they were sleeping, Arjuna couldn't take it, and he caught hold of him in this episode where Arjuna is being told by Krishna to kill Ashwathama, and Draupadi is telling Arjuna that I have lost 5 children, but I don't want Kripi to lose her child. Kripi is Ashwathama's mother. She said, I don't want her to also face the same uh, feelings, the same sorrow, same misery which I am feeling, I am facing. So please don't kill Ashwathama. Also, he is the son of a Brahmana, so you will get Brahmahatya. So you don't do this. So when she showed so much compassion, then he Arjuna did not kill him, but he punished him uh, by by disfiguring him, and in this way he was let to go. But when he was let to go, he he in turn, he did not even feel any remorse. Instead, he felt more angry, and he threw Brahmastra at the womb of Uttara, who was carrying the last seed of the dynasty of Pandavas. So Arjuna's son Abhimanyu, before he died in the battle, he had married Uttara, and Uttara was carrying the child of Abhimanyu. So Uttara was carrying the last of the child of the dynasty of Pandavas. And at this point, uh, this Ashwatthama, he threw the Brahmastra at Uttara's womb, so that he made sure that the Pandava dynasty is vanquished. So then Uttara came running because Krishna was there, and she called out to Krishna and said, "Please, Krishna, Krishna Mahabahu, please save my child." So Lord Krishna entered the womb of Uttara and protected Maharaj Parikshit. So in this way, Krishna, after protecting the child, then Krishna departs for Dwaraka. Here, when he is departing, Queen Kunti is offering heartfelt prayers, which Srila Prabhupada had given so many lectures on all these Kunti prayers, and they have been compiled into a book called Teachings of Queen Kunti. So it's a very beautiful book, and Kunti Devi's heartfelt prayers were heard by Lord Krishna, and he just smiles and moves on. He does not stop, because Kunti Devi is requesting him to stop and not go, not leave them. But Krishna just smiles and leaves. But then again, Yudhishthir Maharaj also pleads to Krishna, please, please stay back for some more time. And then he is again delayed. And then he stays back for some time, just because Yudhishthir Maharaj is inconsolable. He could not be consoled at all, because he thought that he was the cause of the entire Kuru dynasty and entire this Mahabharat war, where millions of people were killed. So he was the one who was responsible. So he was not consolable at all. So many people have been killed. So many ladies have become widows. So many mothers have become childless. So what is this? I'm the one. I'm the one responsible. So even Krishna could not console him. So then Krishna said, "Okay, you go. Bhishmadev is still lying there on the bed of arrows." So Yudhishthir Maharaj was requested to go by to Bhishmadev, and then he would get solace and consolation from Bhishmadev. So this we can see that Lord Krishna is now going to leave Hastinapur. That is um, after this incident. What incident? He will bring Yudhishthir Maharaj to the presence of Bhishmadev. And uh, when Krishna is there, Bhishmadev is looking at Krishna, and he's instructed Yudhishthir Maharaj sufficiently. Yudhishthir Maharaj is satisfied, and then Bhishmadev departs. He leaves this planet, and in presence of his Lord, in presence of Krishna, he's saying, Krishna, you're so merciful that you have come before me at the time of my departure. And Bhishma Dev is very, very happy. And after instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj in this way, Bhishma Dev departs. And then Lord Krishna, he is now leaving Hastinapur. The people of Hastinapur are crying, they are grieving, and this is called Vipralamba, where he is leaving them to serve him in separation, and is then entering Dwarka. This is chapter 10. In chapter 10, he is entering Dwarka, where he is welcomed by the ecstatic Dwarka Vasis. That is chapter 11, how he is welcomed by them. And this is Sambhoga. Vipralamba, we saw how he is separated. So that is this separation is also uh, an ecstatic feeling where they will serve in separation, and here there's Sambhoga where there is union. So all the Dwarkavasis are ecstatic and they welcome Krishna so wonderfully. That is described in chapter 11. And then in chapter 12, Parikshit Maharaj is born. And then so many nice predictions are wonderful predictions are made about how glorious he and how wonderful is going to be his qualities. And all the astrologers are drawing out charts. His charts are so wonderful, and they're saying this is going to be a great emperor, Parikshit Maharaj. So then there's all festivities going on, and where all everyone is so happy. And then comes the 13th chapter. In the 13th chapter, Vidura is preaching to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra has not yet left the palace. He is still living with Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yudhishthir Maharaj considered his uncle like his father, and he is feeling so remorseful that he has been the cause of the death of all his 100 children. So, how much suffering my uncle must be going through? How much suffering? So, every day morning, Yudhishthir Maharaj will come and he will bow down to the feet of Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, and he will feel so bad looking at their sorrowful plight. And each day he will pray to them and beg forgiveness from them. And in this way, this was happening, and he made sure that they had a perfect stay. They had nothing was would disturb them, and in this way they would live like that, like as they were before. But Vidura, he comes. Vidura is the another brother of Dhritarashtra, as we know. He comes to Dhritarashtra and says, "Why are you living like a dog? You are depending on the morsels thrown by people who kill your own sons." So he's talking these harsh words to Dhritarashtra to shake him up, to bring him out of his slumber. And then he says, "Come, let's go. Let's come out. Let's go to the forest. Let's retire." So Vidura, Dhritarashtra, and Gandhari, they all retire to the forest. They go to the forest, and Dhritarashtra now he is doing his meditation in the forest and living in a hut, and he's already becoming a yogi because he doesn't want to think about anything else, but he wants to go back to the spiritual world. So then in the chapter 14, Yudhishthir Maharaj and Bhima, they're observing so many inauspicious signs, so many things are happening, comets are falling, everything, everywhere, there's so much destruction. They're thinking, what is happening? Why are such horrible things are happening? What is some bad news going to come? And then in chapter 15, Arjuna is returning from Dwarka and is bringing the bad news. He brings the bad news that Lord Krishna has departed. The moment Yudhishthir Maharaj hears that Lord Krishna has departed, he immediately entrusts his um, entire kingdom to Parikshit Maharaj. He says, you will be the king from now on." And then he leaves the kingdom. When he leaves, he's followed by all the other Pandavas and Draupadi. Everyone follows him. So they all leave because they do not want to even stay even one moment after they heard this news that Lord Krishna has departed. Then in chapter 16, Emperor Parikshit, he goes on a tour. So when he's going on his routine tour, he sees that a bull, Dharma, and a cow, Bhumi, they are being beaten by one black man, and he's beating them mercilessly. And he is shocked. He said, "In my kingdom, a cow and a bull are being like this perpetrated. Who is this person?" And this person looks like he's dressed up like a king. Who are you? So he wants to immediately kill Kali. That is Kali. Actually, this black personality dressed up like a king is none other than Kali personified. So Parikshit Maharaj takes up his bow and arrow and he just immediately wants to kill Kali. But in the chapter 17, when Parikshit Maharaj is about to kill Kali, Kali stops him and he surrenders unto him. He bows down at his feet and said, "Please don't kill me. I am destined to come at this time. This is my time to come. I am Kali. And but you cannot stop me. And no one can stop me because I'm supposed to come." So then Parikshit Maharaj says, "But no, I can hold on as long I can I hold you as long as I can." So he punishes Kali and he restricts him. He says, "No, you cannot do this." But then Kali says, "Then what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to come. I've already arrived. Now what am I supposed to do?" So then Parikshit Maharaj says, "You cannot come into my kingdom." Then Kali says, "But everything is your kingdom. You're the emperor of the entire world. Where will I go?" Then Parishad Maharaj says, "Okay, you can go into uh, places like where there is all these four irregulative principles. That means where there is meat eating, where there is intoxication, where there is gambling, where there is illicit sex." And then he says, "Oh, but this is very difficult. In your entire empire, there's hardly anybody doing all these things. You are such a great king. You're such a great personality. And nobody is disobeying your orders. Everybody is going according to dharma. Where will I go? I have no place to stay." Then Parishit Maharaj then relents and he says, "Okay, you can go to a place where they hoard more gold." So in this way, he allows Kali to stay in a place where there is hoarding of gold and excessive wealth. So after leaving there, some people say that he was attacked by Kali himself because Kali entered the gold which Maharaj Parikshit was wearing. So anyway, the Kali had already entered, so he attacked Parikshit Maharaj himself. So once while hunting, he was hungry and thirsty, and Emperor Parikshit he reaches the ashram of Shamika Rishi. So this Rishi is absorbed in meditation, and if you go to see um, Parishad Maharaj when he was, I'm just bringing you out of this episode, where Parishad Maharaj was going to leave his body and is in 7 days being cursed by the son of Shamik Rishi. And what was happening? He was listening to Srimad Bhagavatam by Shukadev Goswami, and this was happening for 7 days, 7 nights, and he was not feeling thirsty. 7 days, 7 nights, not feeling thirsty, and now he was just hungry and thirsty, and so thirsty that he did an offense to the Shamik Rishi because he was calling out, "I need water, can you give me water?" But Shamik Rishi was in dhyana, in meditation, and he thought that he's not listening to me, and he became angry. So he saw one dead snake was lying there, and he took that snake and put it around the neck of this sage in disgust. So why is this sage like this? He can at least give me some water. So a personality who was not even thirsty for 7 days, 7 nights becomes so hungry and thirsty that does this offense. We can see that it is only the influence of Kali. So then there is this Rishi, Shamik Rishi's son, Shringi. He was just a small boy. So when he was playing with his playmates, somebody came and, "Hey, you know what happened? Oh, the one person he put the snake around your father's neck." So he said, "What? Put a dead snake on my father's neck? How dare he do this?" And he took some water and he cursed Maharaj Parikshit to die within 7 days by the snake bite of Takshak. So he said he's going to die now because he did this horrible act. So you can imagine how Maharaj Parikshit was such a great emperor, and he did one small mistake. But this child, he was just a small boy, and because he was the son of a Brahmana, his curse was taken to be truth. It was not falsified, it was not taken back. Emperor Parikshit was very capable of taking back the curse, of counteracting this curse, or even his this child's father also, he also could have done it. But Maharaj Parikshit wanted to take this curse upon himself because he took it as a benediction of the Lord, that calling him back to the spiritual world as soon as possible. Like we say ASAP. So, like that. So, the chapter 19 is the last chapter of Canto 1, and in this, Maharaj Parikshit is repenting that why did I do such a mistake? Why did I garland this sage by this snake? I am not such a person. I don't do it. Then he could know that it was all destined. What was destined, that he was supposed to get cursed so that he can return home back to Krishna. And so he renounced his kingdom that he knew. When the Shamik Rishi came and told him, Maharaj, I have to tell you something. My son has done this grave mistake. He has cursed you, and I don't know what to do now. But Maharaj Parikshit, he was feeling sorry that he did this horrible mistake of offending such a great rishi. So he said that it is all right, I will not take back this curse, and I will suffer the consequences. And he renounced his kingdom, and he sat on the banks of the Ganga, and he said, I'm going to now fast till death. I'm not going to eat anything or drink anything. So many great sages, they came from many places, and they were all of different uh, sampradayas and the different places. So these great sages, they came, and they started giving him advice, because he was asking them, because they were all great sages. He was asking them, what do you think I should do at the time of death? Now I only have 7 days. What do you think is the best I should do? So each sage was giving his own idea. Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. And then Parikshit Maharaj was just listening to all of them, and then arrives a 16-year-old beautiful Shukadev Goswami. When he arrived, immediately all the sages and Parikshit Maharaj, they all accepted him to be their leader, and Parikshit Maharaj accepts him as his spiritual master. And he tells me, now you tell me what to do, and whatever you say, I will follow. And in this way, Shukadev Goswami then told him that Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the Samam Bonam, which is the final way back to Godhead, which is the Grantha of Krishna, they should be discussed in the 7 days, and I will relate it to you. And in this way, Shukadeva Goswami started relating the Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit. So, this is what is there in the first canto. This was a short overview. Thank you all very much for patiently hearing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much. Very wonderful. Really. Thank you very much. Really, I appreciate what you said and very nicely narrated. Really. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Dandavat
Thank you
pranam.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Dandavat pranam. Thank you very much. If anybody has any questions or comments, you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat
So
pranam.
wonderful.
Thank you,
I'm
Mataji.
लास्ट ईयर में भक्ति वैभव मैंने किया है पूरा फर्स्ट कैंटो, उतना अच्छा वापस उधर चली गई, पूरा समरी इतना अच्छा लगा, चैप्टर वाइज मेरे हाथ में मेरे भागवतम ही है, पूरे चैप्टर को मैं देखती रही, अच्छे अच्छे श्लोकों को देखती रही, बहुत रियल। थैंक यू सो मच माता जी, थैंक यू
Thank you.
सो मच,
Thank you.
बहुत अच्छा लगा।
Thank you. I hope it is useful, because we are going to do this every week, and if you all like it, then maybe we should go forward, or otherwise we can have something else on.
नो नो माता जी, कंटिन्यू,
You should continue, Mataji, please. Please.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Dandavat pranam, Mataji. So beautiful class. Mataji, I have a question.
Yes, Mataji.
Not related to this particular chapter and this canto, but it was about the Gajendra Moksha. I wanted to ask to you or Sharat Prabhuji for some guidance. It is said that Gajendra Moksha should not be recited on the other, it should be recited early in the morning at dawn. Otherwise, it shouldn't be recited. Is it true, Mataji?
I have no idea about this. Sharad Prabhu, can you throw some light on this?
Regarding Gajendra Moksha, it can be recited at any other time, but it is recommended that it is recited early in the morning. Yes, that is true. But please remember that this Bhagavatam, this is so holy, so sacred. You can, if you read the Mahatmya, Bhagavat Mahatmya, which is given in Padma Purana, nowhere it is given that it will be recited only during this time, not at that time. There is no such restriction. This can be read, this can be recited at any time. Yes, it is said that it should be recited early in the morning. This will give more effect, something like this. But there is no prohibition also anywhere.
Okay, Praveen. Thank you so much.
So, if there are no other comments, maybe we can end with the.
Or I'll say something.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for summarizing the very difficult portion, the one canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in just 1 hour or so. We can discuss about many things, like say the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is first canto, first chapter, first verse. Now, this can be, if we keep on describing for 6 months also, it is not going to be adequate. It has got such great things, and someday we'll recite some selected verses also. We'll learn, especially the first verse. I'll not discuss now, but certain other points. Now, we heard about Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami was afraid of Maya. But remember somebody else, there is another devotee who wanted to see the Maya, that was Markandeya Rishi. These are the various things, contradictions we find in all this Vedic literature. And what happened to Markandeya Rishi and how he saw the Maya of Krishna, all these things. Then the second is uh, Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj was saved by Lord Krishna, none other than Lord Krishna. And Parikshit Maharaj, he lost his life because of Kali Yuga. In the age of Kali, he got influenced, and thereafter, as Mataji told, he put a dead snake around the neck of Shamik Rishi, and his son cursed like this. That means, what do we understand? Who is greater, Lord Krishna or Kali? One who has got the direct blessings of Krishna, how he can be killed? Now, this is very difficult to understand. To understand this, we should know that all these things happen because of the will of the Lord. The Lord perhaps wanted all of us to know about Srimad Bhagavatam, and the story should go like that, and that's why this thing happened. It can never happen that the Kali Yuga is greater than or more powerful than Lord Krishna or the Supreme Lord or the absolute truths. That can never happen. And then another thing in the episode of Parikshit Maharaj and Kali, we saw he gave a fifth place to for Kali to live, and that was gold. Now, please remember this. What does means this gold? Gold means wealth. Wealth means anything you amass, anything you keep over and above your requirement. That is one thing. The other thing, anything not earned in the righteous way, that is the Kali will also come there. That means in the age of Kali, we should be very, very careful about these things. And then we'll be able to cross over this, rather live in this age of Kali more peacefully. Then regarding the Srimad Bhagavatam verses, I'll request the devotees to remember at least some verses from each canto. And the nectar verses, there are small books also published. They are available in the ISKCON temples. But there are very many the slokas in each canto, but at least a few of them, if we can remember, then that will also be very, very nice. I hope the devotees have liked, and in subsequent weeks, we'll be hearing about the other cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in the meantime, if you have got any questions or comments, there can be many, many questions, many, many comments also. Those things will also try to analyze and understand. Any other question or comment on this today's first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam?
Is Prabhuji these verses that you want us to learn, the nectar verses, we can do in the class like one verse along with the translation, like how
Yes.
Raksha Mataji did today. The
Yes,
first three.
have you?
Actually, for second canto, I was requesting that the Chaturshloki Bhagavatam is there in the second canto. That could be recited. Raksha Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Even first chapter, second canto, the first six sloka, too good. Second
Yeah,
chapter,
yeah, but
second canto, first chapter.
Yeah, we can
but
discuss that too, Mataji's first canto, all the slokas. So we can also get well versed with the shlokas. That will be
yeah,
great.
I mean, the
Both
shlokas,
the cantos. I want at least, especially I want to recite this shlokas and learn.
yes. So what we can do next week? Maybe we can just chant at least the Chaturshloki, along with first six shlokas. Is it, Mataji? First six, huh?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay,
First chapter.
first six shlokas and then the Chaturshloki. Is it okay, Raksha Mataji?
Yes, yes,
So
Mataji.
totally it'll be 10 shlokas.
Yes,
So
Mataji.
Mataji, I'll make a file of this for screen sharing so the time will
Yes,
not go in going back and forth. And I'll
yes,
keep
Mataji.
it ready for the next class.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But
Please, Mataji,
one suggestion, Mataji.
send me this shlokas, 10 shlokas, so that
Mataji,
we
one
can prepare.
suggestion. When we are doing मतलब सबके पास जो भागवतम है वो अपने साथ रखे, भगवत गीता के श्लोक को भी हम जब रिसाइट करते तो सब अपने साथ में बोलिए भी साथ में, तो दैट इज मोर गुड. मतलब हम बोलते हैं फिर आपको भी देखना है तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा, आपको भी समझ में आएगा कि श्लोका क्या है, क्या कौन सा है.
तो वही बोल रहे हैं ना, समता माता जी डिस्प्ले करेंगे.
हाँ
वो
हाँ
डिस्प्ले
मतलब ये मतलब अगर डिस्प्ले नहीं कर सकते तो भी वो बुक रखे तो भी बहुत अच्छी बात है. तो ऐसे वो हिसाब से
Mataji,
हम
I
बुक
don't have the
खोलेंगे.
book here. I don't have the book
अच्छा,
with
No,
me.
no, she
ओके
will
That's why it
display.
is better.
She
Okay,
will
thank
display.
you. Thank you so much.
Samta
Yeah.
Mataji will display.
Yeah.
ओके ओके माता जी.
I'm in US and now I don't have any of these books or anything. Thank you.
ओके ओके माता जी. ओके ओके.
If you don't have books, then the soft copies are there of the complete Bhagavatam is there, Bhagavad Gita is there. If somebody is aware, then can refer to those also.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
please send me, please. Anybody having, please I request them to send me
no,
this.
the link is there. Mataji, I will send you, no problem.
You'll send me? Okay, okay.
Yes, I will
Thank
send
you.
you the link. You
Yeah.
can just, it's Veda based. You can just type, you will get it. But anyways, I will send you the link. You just send me
Okay.
your Okay, I will send it to you on WhatsApp. I'll send it in our group. Then everybody can access.
Thank you so much, and thank you very much, Mataji. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you.
Then regarding reciting the verses from Bhagavad Gita, in Hare Krishna TV, there is a program from 7 to 7:30 every day, in which one chapter of Bhagavad Gita is recited. It is very, very nice. If you just keep on seeing them a few times, then you'll be very confident in reciting these verses very clearly and very nicely.
Okay, Prabhuji. You send me this. I will surely start. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I don't know which channel it will be, but on Tata Play it is 1089.
Oh, because I am in US now. I don't know about here.
Yes.
That's a big problem. I don't go to temple also here. It's very cold here. From 5 months I'm in the house, and my daughter has just delivered a baby, so I cannot go out. No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other question or comment on what we should do in these Bhagavatam classes, the summary of Bhagavatam classes? In case we don't have, then we can conclude today's class with the Nrsimha prayer.
Samta Mataji, would you like to do?
Yes, sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Surrender
Krishna.
Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadayine. Praladadayine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshah. Hiranyakashi Purvakshah. Shilatanka Nakalaye. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato yami tato Narsimha. Yato yami tato Narsimha. Bhai Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. Bhai Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Tava kara kamalavare nakam adbhuta shringam dalita hiranyakashipur tanubringam keshavadrita narari rupa jai jagadish hare jaya jagadish hare जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमलवरे नखम् अद्भुत शृङ्गम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जयो नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जयो नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज निताय गौर हरि बोल Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, one more just suggestion for everybody in the class. For the Kirtan session, if other people also want to do Kirtan, they can put on the Bhakti Shastri group their songs. We'll keep it ready for them. Like Rajkumari Mataji is there, Nilima Mataji. Other than all of us who are already doing, Harsha Mataji, anytime you want to do any bhajan in the Kirtan session, everybody is welcome. Not just some of us, but all of them are welcome. So please let us know. Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Surely I will
Thank you all very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Srila
प्रभु जी,
Prabhupada.
वन और सजेशन प्रभु जी, भगवत
Yes, yes.
गीता के लिए भी कैसे कर सकते हैं कि सबको टर्न बाय टर्न चांस मिले, तो सबको श्लोका के लिए प्रैक्टिस मिलेगा.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, that is the intention. But we'll do it after some time.
ओके
Let,
प्रभु जी.
let us practice this for just about a month or so. Then, in advance, we'll give this task to the various devotees. I hope they'll be comfortable.
For
श्योर प्रभु जी.
Shloka, I will try.
Okay. Okay.
Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you, Mataji. Dhanavad Pranam. Hare
थैंक यू
Krishna.
माता जी. हरे कृष्णा. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Mataji. So nicely explained. So nicely. So much. Very interesting.
Thank you, Mataji, very much. Very much. Thank you. Wonderful
Thank you, Mataji.
session. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you. Dhanavad Pranam.